These workers take productivity to another level. Anyone would enjoy a job that is stress-free, has good pay, or amazing co-workers. So they do what is required and even go beyond. But these people took loving the job to another level. Some are fast, some are unique, while others just invented a whole new thing. Here are the fastest workers in the world. This guy has some of the fastest hands in the world, shuffling plates as though they were poker chips. Look at him. Maybe he's learned from the award-winning Dabbawalas of India, who deliver thousands of meals to offices every hour. But don't try this at home or work. You might lose everything, and I mean everything. This Chinese man has been dubbed the fastest dishwasher in the world after being caught on camera washing up to almost 50 plates in just 10 seconds. Incredibly, not one of them ends up smashed or on the floor. The viral video shows the mystery man wiping and then throwing the platters into a bowl full of water. It is unclear who or where he is showing off his extraordinary skill, but the clip went viral with hundreds of thousands of fans logging on to witness it firsthand. Many, however, have questioned how clean the dishes actually are, given that they are each subjected to only a nanosecond of soaking. A video captured in Velankani, India, shows a chef flattening dough balls and casually tossing them one after the other over his shoulder without turning back. But first, click that like button to inspire us. Hit subscribe and tap the notifications bell so you don't miss any incoming videos from us. Done? Let's go. His colleague, standing meters away, catches them without breaking a sweat and puts them on a hot hob to cook. Visitors have been rolling into the restaurant to witness the spectacle. One visitor commented, though, that the process designed is unreasonable and that the two stations are too far apart, but most of them appreciated it. Just to let you know, there is a record for the highest dough toss, but let's talk about pizza again for a second. The record has been set using 567 grams of dough in 6.52 meters by Joe Carlucci at the Mall of America, Minneapolis, Minnesota. But there are other workers around that the world can throw dough a longer way. Impressive stuff, but did you know it's actually a form of art? Well, now you do. Cultural organization UNESCO has just added piazzolo as its list of important practices that should be preserved. It is called the List of Intangible Cultural Heritage and includes practices and skills that people from across the world believe to be part of their heritage. This amazing worker is one of the fastest workers in the world. You can see why she deserves a spot on the Fastest Workers compilation. While many people have their theories as to how Aldi cashiers are so fast at scanning, a manager for the supermarket giant has put the debate to rest. Taking a TikTok, Matthew Lesky, who has over 305,000 followers, explained that Aldi workers are timed and receive a statistics report at the end of every shift. Key performance indicators such as time between customers and how fast they served each must be achieved. Employees are often trying to improve their numbers, but the point that Lesky highlighted is how they are trained to swipe so fast. Cashiers move items across the scanner. Ordinarily, you would think they could grab something and move it this way, or any other way. Many people from the TikTok community took to the reaction section to share their thoughts. Sounds like this cashier was a little too eager to meet those KPIs. While still on the topic of street food, take a look at these super skilled workers on a road in Pakistan. This unbelievable worker demonstrates high skill and precision. He has some of the fastest hands for sure. The sound of pop is followed by the clink of a falling soda water bottle cap at the stall of the lemon vendor nicknamed Papuji. Lemon soda is the choice drink during hot and humid weather when people tend to sweat more, losing salts and water in perspiration. A chilled glass of the street drink is a great pick-me-up accompanying an evening time meal during Ramadan. Consumption of juices and drinks increases with rising in temperature. People engaged in labor or physical activity need more liquid and salt intake than those with sedentary lifestyles. Lemon soda is a decades-old traditional drink in Pakistan. Chowdhury Mohammad Nazir, aka Papaji, has set up his lemon soda stall on a pushcart near the biggest jewelry market in the city of Muri Road. He uses bottled water of reliable brands to ensure hygiene. The rest of the ingredients are sugar, lemon juice, soda, and ice prepared from bottled water. In summers, lemon juice can be made both sweet and salty. Having lemon juice in water improves its absorption in the bloodstream. Imagine that! New Zealanders are good at climbing trees. Among the world record holders for men's tree climbing, New Zealanders have dominated the sport in the last decade. They have won 11 world titles in that time, making them arguably better at tree climbing than cricket or rugby. 7 women and 20 men gathered on a leafy peninsula on Queenstown Lake, Wakapitu, for the climax of the National Tree Climbing Championships. Organized by the New Zealand Arboricultural Association, the event brings together the most talented climbers in the country. They have all developed their skills and technique by working as arborists, pruning, planting, relocating, and caring for tree seedlings. World Championship tree climber Mark Chisholm said he would love to see more people up in trees. He holds the record in the 50-foot secured foot-locking combined event with a time of 13.8 seconds. He thinks a lot of kids intuitively want to climb trees and says if someone wants to climb a tree, they should try it. The Ultimate Typing Championship was created in order to promote the art, or is it a sport, and find the fastest typist in the United States. Players compete against each other in typing races. Typing races are done in real time via an online app. Finalists compete in person at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. The Ultimate Typing Championship was initially created by the keyboard manufacturer DOS Keyboard. The field of expert typists is usually made up of high school, college, computer science, and medical students, software developers, and a female esports professional, among others. Sean Rona of Ithaca, New York, and Nate Bowen of New York, New York, were the 2 finalists in the inaugural Ultimate Typing Championship, held on May 14th at the 2010 South by Southwest Interactive Festival. Rona and Bowen competed in a best-of-3 final. The first round consisted of a standard 574-word text in which Rona defeated Bowen 163 to 110 words per minute, setting an unofficial world record. The second round had a more difficult text involving the majority of the keys on the QWERTY keyboard, in which Rona defeated Bowen 124 to 79 to win the Ultimate Typing Championship and a $2,000 first prize. Since then, the finals have gathered over 10 million views on YouTube. There are jokers out there, and then there are the fastest workers in the world. The latter are super skilled people with God-level speed. A little more than a year ago, New York bartender Sheldon Wiley entered the Guinness Book of World Records for the most drinks made in an hour. He needed 938 to break the record, but Wicked Wiley made 1,043 drinks in 1 hour. Although it had been a while since he made headlines, Wiley asserts that his skills have not gone rusty. In fact, he was prepping for a nationwide tour to bartend in all 50 states in 50 days. He would then compete in what he called a smaller event, where he would attempt to break another world record by opening 2,000 beer bottles in less than 28 minutes. According to Wiley, when he was newer in the industry, he tried everything he thought would make him a better bartender. His idea of great bartending was to be able to flip a bottle around. That was a big misconception. Wiley soon realized that the more people he served, the more money he made, so he just worked on his speed more. Over the time, he became a natural and got better with hand-eye coordination. Cheers, Wiles. There are fast workers, and then there are super fast workers. A lightning-fast strawberry picker has set a new world record at the annual Essex event. Nicolae Petrocivia from Romania raced into the record books after picking an amazing 8.82 kilos of tiny native strawberries at the Tiptree Little Scarlet race. Fellow Romanian Andrei Agresi picked the runner-up prize with 7.5 kilos. Farm workers, guests, and staff teams compete to be the fastest picker and best dressed in the 1960s style at the event organized by jam makers Wilkin & Sons. The competition lasts just 1 hour. The fruit is then weighed and put into a chilled store, and later taken to the Tiptree Jam Factory where it will be made into Little Scarlet Strawberry Conserve for shops and hotels in the UK, Paris, New York, and Sydney. Wilkin & Sons chairman Walter Scott praised the competitors' wonderful attire. Debbie DeBoltz and Farley Hospice thanked Tiptree for choosing their organization as its beneficiary for the charity race. The previous year, one participant felt that the Tiptree Strawberry Race was a quirky but unmissable event similar to the Malden Mud Race. Unlike the muddy event, the Strawberry Picking Fest is dependent on the weather, and the organizers had to delay the race because of the late harvest. Brace yourself for more of this Fastest Worker compilation video. Have you hit like and subscribe? Hundreds of waiters have taken part in an annual race in Argentina's capital, Buenos Aires, walking as fast as possible without spilling bottles and glasses on their trays. A total of 368 men and women took part in the 1,600-meter race through Avenida de Mayo, one of the capital's main avenues. There were various age categories, with the winner being the person who crossed the finish line first with their tray intact. Walter Cantor, who won the male 31 to 45-year-old category, revealed he never thought he was going to win. There were 10 people ahead of him when he crossed the line. Waiters from all over the country took part in the event. The Hotel and Hospitality Workers Union, which sponsored the event, gave out $1,000 prize for each category's winner. What happens to the speed after the competition? Don't ask me. I'm still waiting for my burger. 8 professional plumbers from across the United States competed in the annual Fastest Plumber Contest. The event was sponsored by Kohler and Sterling and held at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The Packers' pregame plumbing showdown tested the installation speed and agility of professional plumbers while emphasizing the installation features of Kohler and Sterling's bathroom products. Rick Schultz of Schultz Plumbing in Middletown, Wisconsin, posted a winning time of 1 minute 29 seconds. He was crowned Fastest Plumber by event MC Ed Del Grande, a master plumber and host of Ed the Plumber on the Do-It-Yourself Network. Schultz took home the grand prize of $3,000. Second place winner, Guy Miller Jr. of Crawford Mechanical Services in Gahanna, Ohio, received $1,500. Third place, Larry Mondick of Airco Mechanical in Round Rock, Texas, won $1,000, while the fourth place contestant, Andy Crawford of Affordable Drain in Virginia Beach, Vancouver, won $500. Kohler's Fastest Plumber Contest is a great way to encourage the best plumbers from across the country and demonstrate their talents. It also demonstrates the quick and easy installation of Kohler and Sterling bathroom products. 72-year-old Howard Hemmler can fetch a delicious gourmet omelet faster than anyone else in the world. Over the years, he's managed to hang on to 2 Guinness World Records, one for the fastest omelet and the other for churning out a whopping 427 omelets in 30 minutes. At his age, Hellmer is another fast worker who also has high-level skills. In every demonstrative video he makes, Hellmer shares his secret. He mixes 2 eggs with 2 tablespoons of water and fries them in a 10-inch omelet pan. His routine goes something like this. Butter in the pan, 2 eggs and 2 tablespoons of water. Bring the cooked egg to the center of the pan and tilt the pan so that the raw egg finds some base to cook on until there's no more runny egg, but the egg is still very moist on top. In goes some cheese, some spinach, and fold the omelet in half, and then the whole thing goes upside down on your plate. Hellmer's association with eggs actually began 42 years ago when he took up a job at the American Egg Board, writing copy about the wonders of chicken eggs. Since then, he has promoted eggs in country fairs, restaurant conventions, culinary schools, and on national television. Over the years, the sweet grandpa also worked with famous chefs and top movie stars to make omelets. I bet you wish he was your papa, don't you? Tell us about it and hit the like button and subscribe buttons while down there. Concrete stamping is a method of decorating concrete, replicating the look of bricks, tiles, and slates at a lower cost. With the use of a mold, it replicates the patterns seen in stone such as slate and flagstone, tile, brick, and even wood. It's a method used to achieve a high-end look. These molds turn ugly concrete into masonry art. The process can be applied to walls as well as floors, making it quite a versatile and quickly growing choice when decorating concrete. Although there is controversy, one of the proponents of this product mentioned in a promotional video that nothing beats real paving. Sometimes stamped concrete will crack, and many designers call this a feature. Provided it is installed correctly and adequately maintained, stamped concrete will last just as long as non-stamped or standard concrete, about 25 years. That's because the process of installing stamped concrete and standard concrete are mostly the same. Although working with heavy bricks, this man is one of the fastest workers in the world. American Robert Boyle laid 914 bricks in 1 hour, aged 25 at a time. Mr. Boyle took another crack at his own record 15 years later, but only put down 780 bricks. Paul Baker was more than twice Bob Boyle's age when he attempted the feat. At 8:30 a.m. one day, Paul got started, working on a 19-meter wall at a property in Wabalabda on the Central Coast. He was assisted by his 2 sons in mixing the mortar, but did all of the bricklaying himself. 92.5 ABC Central Coast Scott Levi, who was on the scene, estimated that Paul began the attempt at a rate of about 14 bricks per minute. A rate of nearly 17 bricks per minute is required to reach the target of 1,000. At 9 a.m., the halfway mark, Paul had laid around 370 bricks, and by the finishing time 9:30, he had laid 756. This was short of the world record, but enough to claim the 2014 record for American Jerry Goodman. With the rise of coffee culture across the world, Guinness World Records has seen some impressive coffee-related records being broken. And what better way to quench people's never-ending thirst for caffeine than with the most cappuccinos made in an hour by an individual? Liza Thomas from Australia brewed 420 cups to achieve this. One of the most famed coffee drinks out there, the cappuccino, is an espresso-based coffee drink that originated in Italy and is traditionally prepared with hot milk and steamed milk foam. In recent years, Australians have garnered the reputation for coffee connoisseurs and are known for their independent artisan coffee shops. They also lay claim to inventing the trendy flat white drink. In line with the guidelines, Liza used a commercially available and manufactured coffee machine with a maximum of 4 espresso shots. She also had to synchronize the preparation of simultaneous cups of cappuccino throughout the hour. She successfully filled the 420 cups with a minimum of 142 milliliters of drink. Here's another group of fast workers with God-level speed. Look at the amazing skills of the fastest skilled workers. What an amazing way of cutting fish at geometrical precision. A fish cutter is usually an expert in the processing and preparation of seafood. As a fish cutter, you may also work as a meat butcher or just specialize in seafood. You may work in a supermarket, grocery store, seafood processing plant, restaurant, or as a seafood wholesaler or fishmonger shop. These professionals are trained to produce butterfly fillet, loin steaks, tails, and fillet cuts. Scaling a fish is a fairly straightforward process, however it can be messy. Before starting, it is wise to gather and set out all equipment needed, as well as protect the cleaning area from flying fish scales. Gutting and cleaning a fish is an essential step in the preparation process, as all fish innards must be removed before cooking. The gutting technique varies as there are many fish shapes. However, the broad steps in making a large slit, removing the innards and cleaning, are the same no matter the fish's size or shape. Feel like a salmon steak? Maybe you're inspired to change careers. Competing workers take utmost care of their health. This is because even a short-term loss of sleep can have a devastating impact on their ability to think and work fast. Unhealthy foods can lead to a sugar rush and fatigue. Even a small drop in hydration can lead to a massive drop in performance. This may or may not be obvious, but fast workers tend to be more engaged and motivated than their slower counterparts. Avoiding all these risks keeps them motivated. This guy is a master-level skilled worker. His amazing skill is removing scutes from crocodiles. Groups of bony scales are called scutes. Small scutes, located just behind the head, are present in all crocodiles except the estuarine crocodile. Reptiles are born as miniature adults, so they start with small scales to fit their small bodies. Who would have known that something so gross has a record as well? Removing scutes from crocodiles can't be an easy task. It's time for some cheesy fun. One of the most popular fast foods consumed and loved all over the world is pizza. You already saw the fastest pizza maker. And now the world's greatest pizza cutter, Trevor Hyatt, known for the ability to slice up whole pizzas in a fraction of a second, demonstrates his skill with style and ease. This guy has an amazing skill, right? Indeed, he is one of the unbelievable fast workers. The pizza cutter inventor David S. Morgan of Asheville, North Carolina, probably never saw this coming. There are ways to keep all of other deliverables related to your work at par and still improve your capacity for fast, productive work. Firefighters get called anytime, and they want to respond the fastest. When the call comes, the officers have to don enough of their special clothing within seconds. Like everything they do, firefighters regularly practice donning their equipment fast. All fire department officials are subjected to the defining way of their wearing designated station and field uniforms, gear, and equipment. Their clothing consists of a variety of safety features and emergency first aid kits. This is because there are various implications on proper clothing and kitting of firefighters. Each type of uniform has its purpose. It depends on the event and the professionalism that the officers must always reflect. Class A dress uniforms and Class B tactical uniforms are within official stipulations, with all fire department officials have to follow. But these two gentlemen are taking their donning exercise to another level. They are putting those heavy clothes on as if they are summer clothes, and with a smile on their faces. How many kilos are those clothes? Hats off, officers. Talk about fast food. A Japanese company unveiled its sushi bot at the World Food and Beverage Expo in Tokyo. The countertop robot makes the chef's job easier by balling rice up into small, elongated mounds upon which fish and other ingredients can be placed. At 3,600 mounds of rice per hour, it's going to take mad energy for the chefs to keep up. The rice formations are taken from a larger inner bowl with care so that not even a single grain falls off. This is according to Tashiki Kawamata, a representative of the sushi bot maker Suzomo. Tokyo-based Suzomo makes another machine that churns out nori sushi, the kind wrapped in a sheet of seaweed. The seaweed is placed on a folding platform which then slides into the machine and comes out with a flattened layer of rice. Ingredients are placed on top of the rice, and then the platform folds it into a single roll, which is eventually sliced up. Sushi chefs can take solace in the fact that the ingredients still need to be added by humans. Suzomo has been in the business of making sushi robots since 1981. But they're not the only ones trying to automate the century-old Japanese and Chinese staple. Aotech has its own series of sushi machines. Its nigiri maker is a tad slower than Suzomo's, churning out 3,300 mounds of rice per hour. While paving can be more expensive and difficult than concrete slabbing, Marshalltown's Rock and Roller offers a solution that is both cost-efficient and effective. The roller creates the visual effect of pavement by stamping the concrete. Stamped concrete is somewhat a marriage between paving and concrete laying. In this cool method, a concrete slab is poured onto the ground. These mats are used to stamp a decorative pattern onto the surface. The process, however, can be time-consuming. It requires maneuvering the heavy mats into place and stamping out each section of the pattern. The mats also need extra drying time. The roller, on the other hand, eliminates the need for 4 mats. It can be fitted with one of 11 pattern imprints, including pathway slate, running brown brick, and cobblestone. After a slab of concrete has been flattened and wetted, the user simply imprints it by rolling the rock and roller across the surface. According to Marshalltown, the roller stamps work 5 times faster than concrete mats. This roller has a unique leverage weight system adaptable to different concrete sets. It easily creates a push and pull pattern imprint as noted by the equipment manufacturer on their website. They added that there is no need for any kind of special setup for your borders. You just choose the pattern and size and get convenience for your concrete projects. Domino's Pizza, the largest pizza company in the world, crowned Werner Lomker the world's fastest pizza maker. This was witnessed by 9,000 cheering spectators at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. Lomker, a franchise owner in Canada, made 3 large pizzas in an impressive 57 seconds. That is equal to making each pizza in roughly 19 seconds. Lomker won $3,000 in prize money, a trophy, and the coveted title. It was presented by Domino's president and CEO Patrick Doyle. World's fastest pizza maker finalists came from Domino's stores all around the world. They had to hand-stretch fresh dough, sauce, and top 3 large pizzas, 1 pepperoni, 1 mushroom, and 1 cheese, as quickly as possible. While speed was important, it was not the only part of the equation in determining the world's fastest pizza maker. Lomker had been a part of Domino's brand his entire life, as his father is also a franchise owner. The young man's earliest memories are of time spent passing out flyers and helping his parents at special events. His first in-store experience came while assisting his parents in the stores during rush hour. Lomker now owns 10 Domino locations throughout Canada. Every cook should have a few different knives at the ready and be aware of their strengths and weaknesses. They should also know the basic cuts. By mastering a few simple motions, you'll be able to cut items into pieces faster and more effectively. Sharpen and maintain your knives regularly, grip properly, focus, and connect at the right angle. These are the ways to improve your knife skills. But do you really think you can do that even after practicing for years? These chefs loved their work so much that some of them became internet sensations. With an impressive time of 18.19 seconds, Matt Jones received an official Guinness World Records certificate from adjudicator Michael Fiorani for his remarkable dicing abilities. And then there is another world record for the longest meat slicing marathon. This skill is regarded as an art born out of tradition in Spain. Competitors would need to show particularly precise blade skills to set a new record. Guinness World Records rules state that each slice has to be consistent with size with a minimum thickness of 0.5 millimeters and a maximum thickness of 1.5. Which one is the most amazing skills and records? Do you have any skill like this? Drop us a comment below. Like always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comments section. To keep up to date with all of our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe and turn your notifications on to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take care of yourself.